Get ready with me while I tell you guys a story about how me and my best friend almost got killed. And in a guy that was wearing a scream mask on a two-man. And before all of you guys keep saying, oh, these are fake, these are not real, like, is it satire? No, they're real, and this is my trauma, and this is my life, and I'm just trying to spread awareness so people learn that these things can actually happen and be more safe, and yada, yada, yada. So, believe it or not, like, these stories are real. Okay, anyway, so this happened about a year or two ago, and, so me and my best friend, we were just, doing our thing. We were on a two-man, but it was, like, our, favorite two-man. Like, we weren't going on other two-mans, we were just seeing this two-man, so it was, like, a double date. Like, we were both talking to these guys, and we'd hang out with them like every weekend. So we started running out of things to do. So this time they picked us up and they're like, we know a spot. Like, we're going to take you guys somewhere really fun. And we're like, okay. And they're like, it's an abandoned school. And we're like, you know what? Heck yeah. We were kind of, so we were just, it was by my house and whatever. So we drive there and we parked on the road because the road's blocked off and you have to go on this road and hide from the cameras to get into the abandoned school. So mind you, we've been here before, a year prior, or a few months, and we're like, oh my god, we've been here. And they're like, really? And we're like, yeah, once, but we never really went in. And that was true, we've been there. So whatever. We get in and we're all just messing around. It's really late. It's well, not really late. It's 11, let's say, I think. And we're just all messing around and then we decide to split up. Worst idea of our life. Hold on, I'm gonna finish curling my hair and then come back. Okay, so my hair's taking forever. I'm gonna keep telling the story. So we decide to split up and I'm with my guy, she's with her guy, and we're looking, me and my guy are looking for the auditorium, I think, or the lunchroom or whatever, and they went to go look for whatever. We just split up, we wanted to hang out. So, well, I'm with my guy and he's walking around throwing stuff and I'm really scared already. And I hear something and it's starting to not be so fun. And it kind of sounds like I know there's a person and I hear humming and it's just creepy humming. And I was like, fuck, who is that? It must be my friend. And I was like, Abby, are you playing a joke on me? What's going on? And so I'm standing by, okay, so there's this door and it's broken out and there's holes in the wall everywhere because it's abandoned. So it's this opening hallway, a doorway, but there's no door. So it's fully open, okay? He walks past and goes on this side. So he's on this side of the door, I'm on this side. I look and I see the person walking with the flashlight and I'm like, oh shit. So I get down and stop, someone's there. And he's like, what? And I'm like, okay, security, we have to run. And he's like, come over here, run past this way. And I'm like, no, because come this way, we're gonna get caught or we have to split up. And the person didn't have a phone. I don't know what their light was, but they were in an all black cape in a scream mask. And they had something in their other hand. And in that moment, I was like, it's not a cop. I ran to him, grabbed his hand, and started sprinting out of there, trying to find our friends. Sorry, I just realized I stopped doing completely everything I was doing, so hold on. Okay, so then we ran and we were I was screaming and freaking out, and he was kind of laughing and just being oh my gosh, what's happening? Because he did not see what I saw. And then we ran and I find my friend and I'm just like, Abby, this is what happened. They're trying to climb the gate. I'm like, we have to go. And they're trying to climb a gate. And I'm trying to pull her off the gate. And she's like, Chloe, what are you saying? What's happening? And she was saying when this happened, she couldn't understand a thing I was saying. It was me and him were speaking gibber, and he was speaking with me, and they kept saying, huh? We weren't speaking English. And finally they we're we gotta go, and they're like, oh, okay, what's happening? And then we finally explained it to them. Okay, so basically back to the story time. So we were all walking, and I was like, we have to go. I was so scared. And they were kind of all just laughing because no one saw anything, and they thought I was just freaking out. And they're like, come on, let's just say it. And I was like, no. So I'm trying to get them to leave. And then all of a sudden, sorry, cut off. I hear something again. And again, it was humming. Okay, guys, sorry, come back for part 2. Okay, guys, part 2 on how me and my best friend almost got. And yeah. Okay, so I'm kind of trying to remember where I left off. Oh, so I hear the humming again, and now everyone's like, huh? Because I'm there, I turn around, and I'm like, oh my god, there it is. And I was like, no one screamed, there it is. And there the fucking thing, person, human, whatever it is, was on the roof that they were trying to climb up. They were trying to climb on the gate to get on the roof. And it was on the roof that we were just all talking at, trying to climb up. And it was just standing there it was okay, it was not facing us, so it was facing this way, and it was that, and then it turned around. When we all turned around, I was like, there it is, and then just curled up, it did some unhuman movement. It curled up in it turned into jello in a ball and hid under. Okay, so the roof was it wasn't this kind of roof, it was a school roof, so it was flat, and then it had a wall kind of, and the wall was this big, but the person was 6 foot maybe, so it hid behind that. Who knows how that worked. So then they all saw it, and we all ran, and then the boys, they ran. Sorry. The boys ran a complete opposite way. Complete opposite. So I grabbed my friend and we're holding hands running, and I'm like, Abby, I'm so scared. We're gonna die. And she's like, oh my god, what was that? And I'm like, I don't know, I told you. And she's like, we almost get out of the school. And then she's like, wait, where are they? They're not behind us. And then we start screaming their names, and we're like, what do we do? And I was like, we have to go back in. We have to get them. They're the ones driving us. If they're still in there, we have to go back in. And she's like, okay. So we grab this broken piece of wood that has nails on it, and we're like, you know what? This is our weapon. So we go back in and we're looking for them, and then we finally come upon them, and they're running around. And I don't know. I think that this happened a long time ago. So sorry if I'm like a little fuzzy about the whole story. I don't know what they were doing at this point, but they were still in there. They were just now getting out. And we were like, what was that? And they were like, that's so funny. Like, this is so fun. Let's go back in. And I was like, excuse me? So they wanted to go back in and they're like, what was that? Like, what is that? Like, I think it's like someone just like us, like on the roof. Like, we want to get on the roof and they are on the roof. So let's just go ask them. And I'm like, no, that I saw them humming and they don't have a face. Like, they have a mask on. Like, something's wrong with their face. And everyone was like, Chloe, like, you're just tripping out. And like, yeah. And my friend was like, no, like, I want to go on the roof. Let's just go back in, Chloe, you're fine. And I was like, bro, no one understands. You guys did not see what I saw. Okay, and so, wait, where was I? Okay, so they all wanted to go back in, and I was like, oh my god, like, I'm not gonna, like, let my friend go in by herself, so she's like, just come on, Chloe, like, we'll be fine, like, and I was like, okay, like, just hold my hand. So I told my guy, I was like, please just hold my hand. I'm pretty sure this happened. Probably not. Maybe I was holding Abby's hand. But, so I just went in, and we were just walking around, and I was literally so scared, and I was filming this all. I think I have some of the videos, so if you guys want to see, let me know in the comments, and I will post them. I will try at least. And so we go back in, and then I hear something, I get too scared, and I run out, and they're all, like, trying to grab me by my hand, and I don't remember who tried to grab my hand. I think it was either Abby or one of the guys, like, my guy, and I was running, and I was so scared that, like, I pulled my hand back and kept running that I broke my nail off. I was in fight or flight. And so I ran out and they were all in this room, like right outside the gate I was at. And so, okay, wait, no. So I ran out and here's this. So we found another way to get back in, right? When we went back in, sorry, I forgot this part. And we had the gate open. We left it open to put a rock there, right? Keep that in mind. When I'm running out and I get to the gate is completely closed and locked back down. The rock is gone. So whoever this person or thing was trying to keep us inside because the gate, that wasn't the first time it shut. It kept shutting on us. So once I saw that, I was screaming for my friend. I was like, Abby, get out. And then I hear her scream bloody murder and then is screaming my name. So I run back to the gate and I'm like, Abby, where are you? The gate is closed again. So I open that for her. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. This story is almost over, but come back for part 3. Okay, guys, part 3 on how me and my friend almost got and okay, so anyway, where was I? I always forget. Okay, so she runs out of the gate and she's like so out of breath and I'm like, what's happening? She's like, they need to get out of there. They need to get out of there. They're still in there. And I'm like, I know. Where are they? So I'm like, let's just run to the car. Like, we'll call them. So we're calling them and calling them. They're not answering. And then all of a sudden, you hear them scream and you hear like running. And so we scream and we're like, what the heck? And we're running to the car and we turn around and they jump over like a 6 to 6 foot gate and just fly over it. Like one of the guys did a backflip over it. Like he rolled over it and landed on their feet. That's how much adrenaline they had. We were all so horrified. And then we just ran and we were all screaming and they were like kind of giggling and screaming. But whatever. Then we got to the car and I was like, go, go, go. And I was like, what just happened? And so then they go on to tell me that when they're all in there, including my friend, but she left earlier, that they heard the humming and it was pitch black in there and the doors were, or like there was someone in there and they could hear them. And then my friend, before she left, she heard, okay, so the door like slammed open, like it flew open and then you heard footsteps like running at you, but you couldn't see anything because it was so dark in there. But like we could all see each other, but I bet you couldn't see the person because they were in all black. And then, so she ran out and that's when she ran to me. And then when they were in there, they're like, they were just messing around and like screaming. They're like, come out. Like, we just want to know how you went on the roof. Like, just like talking shit to this like person. I still don't believe it was a person till this day. I think it was some kind of evil like spirit. Because what folds down and turns into jello when they're like 6 foot and high? I don't understand that part. But anyway, so they were telling me that they were just trying to talk to it and nothing was saying anything. And then all of the doors, where's my cloth thing? All the doors slammed shut and ran at them. So then they got scared and left and like something like fell or something. Or yeah, I don't really remember because I wasn't in there at these points. I just heard their part of the story. But so then we were just sitting in the car, locked the car, we're catching our breath, and I was like, drive, like please drive. And they're like, hold on, like we're fine in the car. And I was like, bro, you don't know. And then I'm just looking around and there's a white van that's like beat up and it's parked right outside the school where there's a hole in the fence. So whoever it was, they were definitely in a white van. So that's really weird. And they had a object which later on I think was a knife, and they were not there to hang out or have fun. They were by themselves. And there was another time, sorry, I forgot this, where they were just on the roof and we saw them again when we were outside the gate and they ducked down and they were just sitting there and we were throwing stuff at them, screaming at them, and we were like, answer, like, who are you? And they would not talk. Guys, look how cute this is. It's so pinky and cute. Anyway, moral of the story, don't go to abandoned places, and if you are, bring people with you and maybe a weapon, something to protect you. And don't be stupid like us, and don't go back in and don't run towards danger. And also just genuinely trust your gut, because they all thought it was funny because they didn't see what I saw, but it honestly wasn't, and that could have been very dangerous and very bad for all of us. And that wasn't the only time that happened as well. Sorry, keep going. I keep remembering parts of the story. Because then we ended up looking up the school and people wrote creepy reviews about it, and the school ended up getting shut down for like a mass murder or something, or shooting or something. I don't know. Maybe I made that part up. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's my story. That's really all I got. Make sure to be safe out there, guys. And for all of you guys saying my other stories were fake, they are not. And if you guys want more stories, please let me know, because I will keep doing these, and I have so many more where these are coming from, and I enjoy doing it. And comment down below if you want to know any of the makeup products. I will tell you, because I know a lot of you guys were asking in the other video. So Okay guys, and let me know if you also want like a detailed makeup tutorial without the story times. Okay, bye, love you guys.
Here, let me play story time of my first ever fist fight, motherfuckers. In 8th grade, this letter went around, and everyone thought it was me because they all assumed I had a crush on this guy because I was basically like the most hated in that school at the time. And it wasn't me, but there was another girl who I knew who liked him as well. So one day, this guy just texts me, okay? And he asked me if it was me, and I tell him no, that it was probably the other girl that liked him because she also liked him, and I knew that. Yes, he went back and he told the girl that I said that it was her, and she was not happy at all. She texted me and said, why did you say it was me? It wasn't me, blah blah blah. And I apologized, of course. I said, I'm sorry, I know it wasn't me, but I didn't know who it was, so I just said it could have been you. I thought everything was okay. I apologized and everything. She said it was fine, blah blah blah. The next day, okay, we're at the buses and I hear her yell from her bus basically something about me being a liar and how I should just worry about myself, blah blah blah. So I text her, I say, hey, that wasn't very nice, I apologize, like I didn't really mean it and I'm sorry. And she was just like, yeah, whatever, I don't really care. Like, girl, okay. Starts to go by and we get into an argument outside of the school in front of all the buses, and our principal came over and broke us up and we went back to our buses. Keep in mind, she was really popular and everyone would always side with her no matter what you did, so it didn't really matter if you were even close to any of these people. Fast forward to a Friday night, it was a football game night and I was really excited. I really wanted to go, my friend invited me, blah blah blah. She told me and my friend that this guy wanted to fight me because he was also friends with that girl. I go anyway, I'm like, no, they're not gonna do anything. Yeah, I was really wrong. This girl came up behind me, grabbed my leg, pulled it out from underneath me, and mind you, I was standing exactly like I'm facing you, so my face planted on the ground. She did that not once, not twice, but almost 3 times. Third time she tried to do it, I went back after her and I hit her across the face because she really pissed me off at that point. But then after that, we get to school the next day. My mom calls the office and she tells them what happened. They try to blame it all on me, basically accusing me of wanting to be popular. Honestly, after that, everyone in my grade hated me. No matter what I did, I was getting made fun of. Even my mom was getting brought into things. My top is from Garage, my pants are Lululemon, and I'm just wearing my fake Birks again. Me and this girl have no beef now. We don't even talk anymore, so yeah. Anyways, that's it. Bye guys, love you.
Hey guys, this is a makeup tutorial while I tell you guys how my boyfriend tried to kill me.
So basically, this was about like 3 years ago, and basically, okay, so this is really crazy story. So I was one day playing Fortnite, and it's after school. I was in 8th grade actually, and I was like playing like duos Phil because like I was just like really bored, obviously. And then like I met this like guy on Fortnite, and like we like just like started playing Fortnite every day like after school, like all. Wait, I think it was a 7th grade actually. Okay, and like we played Fortnite like every single day after school, and then like we added each other on Snapchat, and like we like started like texting and talking, and then like time goes on, and I find out like he lives like near me, like only like 20 minutes away, right? So me and him like we have like a crush on each other, right, on Fortnite. So we started like FaceTiming, always playing Fortnite, and like talking a lot. So then we start telling our parents about each other and like how we want to meet up. Wait, I just messed up my makeup, so I was supposed to have this. Okay, so after like a month of convincing, so we've known each other for about a year now. It's like I'm in 8th grade, mid 8th grade year. So after like a month of convincing, our parents finally like text each other, get each other's numbers, and agree to let us like meet up. So we plan to meet up and like go to the mall together, right? And so the day comes by, like we're gonna meet up at the mall. It's like a Friday after school, like I'm getting ready, I'm super nervous, like we've been texting all day, all night, like it's awesome, okay? I think, as I thought. Okay, and also guys, before like when we were convincing our parents, we had lied to them and we didn't tell them we fully met on Fortnite. We said we met at like a high school football game, like we went to one, and like we went to different middle schools and we both were at the high school game. So our parents did not know that we don't know each other in like real life. So my mom agrees because she thinks, oh, like yeah, like it's like one of your older sisters, like you went to one of her football games and you met this like guy, and like yeah, perfect. Okay, so she decides to drop me off at the mall, and he says his parents will like chaperone us, right? So I get to the mall and my mom is like waiting around for a while, and she had to go to like a really important doctor appointment. So she's like, okay, I have to leave you here, like call me if anything happens. Like no one was suspicious. She talked to parents, like she called the mom and everything. So she left me, right? And then he started like he was taking forever, like he was late, like he wasn't answering, and I was like, what the heck? And then finally when my mom left, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, he's like, okay, like I'm coming, I see you. And I'm like what? Like I don't see him, and I'm just confused. So I'm like sitting down, and he's like, no, I see you, sit down in that chair. And I was starting to get a little weirded out because I was like, okay, why is he like this kind of sus? And I was like, oh, just come up to me, like I don't see you. And he was like, no, do this first. And he started telling me to do weird things, and I was kind of like, you know, like not really thinking anything of it, like just girl trying to be her boyfriend. And so then this guy in like a hood starts approaching me. And he like hi Chloe, and I was like, oh hi, are you like, I'm not gonna say, well I can say the name, it was a fake name. Are you Jack's dad? And he was like, no, I am Jack. And I was like, mind you, this man was like 40, and I was just like in awe. I didn't know what to do, and I was like, no, you're not, like no, like that's not him. Like he's like no, like 14-year-old boy, like, or like 13, however old we were. And he was like, no, like, it's me, like, I'm sorry, I don't look how I look in the pictures, like, those pictures were a little old. And I was like, a little old, you think? So I was just trying to play cool. I didn't know what to freaking do. So he's like, do you want to walk around? And I was like, oh my god, I'm getting kidnapped. Okay, guys, I'm running out of time. Come back for part 2. Okay, guys, sorry for the wait. This is part 2 on how my Fortnite boyfriend that turned out to be a 40-year-old man tried to meet and kidnap me. So, okay, back where we were. So, honestly, in this moment, I was just, like, in awe, and I didn't know what to do. I was very scared, and I was like, well, if I just try to leave, like, what if he just, like tries to, like, run off? Like, I didn't know what to do in the moment, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna play it cool, and I'm gonna have to secretly text my mom or text someone or go up to someone in a store and tell them what is happening, and, like, just, like, tell them to call the police, because obviously this guy is a pedophile, and he's meeting with a 12-year-old girl, or I'm pretty sure I was 12 or 13, and, so yeah, so he was like, well, do you want to go walk around? I know you wanted to go to your favorite store, and I was like, yeah, of course, like, yeah, sure, like, Jack, like, yeah. So I was like, okay, haha. And he was like, you seem uncomfortable. Or, like, are you okay? And I was like, no, yeah, I'm okay. Like, it's all good. Like, what do you think this is, buddy? Like, no, I'm not okay. Like, obviously you're a pedophile and I'm not stupid. Well, I was, but yeah. So I was like he was like, because we talked about what stores we were going to go to before, like, I don't know, we were young. And we wanted to go to, like, the Build-A-Bear store and, like, Brandy. So I was, like, super excited. And he was like, well, I know a store you might like a little bit better. And I was like, okay. And at this point, I was just doing whatever he said because I was so uncomfortable. So he was like, okay, I'll take you to the store. And I was like, okay, and we're just walking around. He's like, do you want anything to eat? And I was like, no. And he pulled something out of his pocket, and it was like a pack of mints, and he was like, do you want one for later? And I was like, no. I was like, well, okay, I wasn't obviously saying that. And he was kind of being weird about it. And I was like, oh, like, you know, like, I don't take food from strangers. And he was like, oh, well, like, you know, that's kind of, what did he say? He was saying something about, like, that's kind of weird because I decided to meet up with him anyway, and I was just like, oh, like, it's okay, how, like, my mom doesn't eat mints. And he was like, it's, like, whatever. And I was like, what if he's trying to, like, poison me? So we're walking around, he's being super weird. Where's my mouse roller? Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. So where was I? Oh, okay, so we're going to this so-called really good store that he thinks I'll love. So all of a sudden we're walking, and he's like, okay, let's go in here. And he takes me into Victoria's Secret. What? Like, I've barely been in this store with my mom, and I know this store is inappropriate, so I'm kind of like, oh, like, no, like, it's okay, like, I'm not allowed to go in this store. He was like, it's okay, I won't tell your mom. And he was like, I can keep a secret. And I was like, no, really, it's okay, I can't go in this store. And so I started to get, like, really awkward and, like, flustered, and, like, just, like, my face was red, and I was getting scared, and I kept trying to, like, take out my phone, and he was like, no, like, we need to spend time together, let's not go on our phones. And he took my phone out of my hand. So at this moment, I was kind of freaking out and, like, panicking, and he started to get aggressive, and he was like, let's just go in the store, like, it's fine. And I was like, no, I don't want to go in the store. And we started to, like, raise our voice, and he started to get really angry to the point he was grabbing my arm. And then I was freaking out. So I just started crying, and I was like, I want my mom, and this is when it gets even better. Okay, so now this random family, love her, they come up to me and they're like, is everything all right? And I'm like, before I can even answer, he's like, oh, like, she's my daughter, she's had a bad day, like, she's a little cranky, and we're going to look for her mom, but she won't come in the store with me. And the lady was like, kind of weirded out, and I was kind of like, no, this is not my dad. And then she was like, oh, well, I would like to talk to your daughter. And he was like, no, really, it's okay. And so then her husband comes along, and he's like, her name was, I think, Cindy. And he was like, Cindy, what's going on? And she was like, you know, kids, go over there, go sit on this bench. And then she, like, gave her husband a look and, like, whispered something to him. And he was like, hey, bro, let me talk to you over here. And then the lady pulls me aside, and she's like, where's your mom? Like, is this your father? Like, I know that's not your dad. Like, tell me what's going on, and I can help you. And so I was just crying, and, like, I didn't even know what to say because I was honestly, like, mortified. And, like, this is all my mom taught me growing up, and I thought my mom was literally gonna ground me for life. And sorry, guys, if I'm gross for looking at that, but whatever. But she was like, you're not, like, I was like, I don't want to get in trouble. And she's like, honey, you're not gonna get in trouble. Like, please just tell me what's going on. I want you to be safe. Like, and then so I just told her the whole story. And mind you, the husband is talking to Jack. And Mr. Pedophile Jack also still had my phone. Okay, so the dad is starting to, like, I don't know, make Jack angry or whatever was happening. Jack knew he was cooked. So the lady was like, come here, like, we're gonna go find a mall cop, like, and she was like, husband, whatever her husband's name was, let's say Mark, stay with the Josh guy, or Jack, whatever. And well, Jack had other plans. So he has my phone still, and I'm trying to get my phone, and she's like, baby, we'll worry about your phone later. I was like, okay, sure. Well, Jack tries to run off. So Jack is running towards me, and he tries to grab me by my hand. So Jack is running off, runs from the dad, and grabs my arm, and I'm getting dragged by this grown-ass man. So then that's when finally everyone's screaming, and then, like, cops come. The cops are just screaming, and he finally let go of my hand, gladly, and the cops tackled him. And then my mom shows up. Okay, well, she didn't show up right then. Sorry, the story I've told so many times that I feel like I get mixed up. And so the police ended up arresting this guy, and they found out his name wasn't Jack. I don't remember his real name, but, yeah, and then my mom showed up. I wasn't all in trouble, but I just was not allowed to talk to strangers, but, I mean, I still did. And, they ended up searching his car and stuff like that. Hold on, guys, I'm still not done with anybody. So they ended up searching this man's car, and, this is the part where in the beginning I said he tried to me. Maybe I was over-exaggerating just a little bit, but he did have in his car, along with duct tape, a lot of inappropriate things, and a passport, and hair dye, and just weird stuff, like rope, tape. I can't say some of the things on here because I don't want it to get taken down. But, so yeah, moral of the story, don't talk to strangers, and don't meet up with random strangers, and catfishes are real, and be safe. And that's the end of my story, and my makeup tutorial. That sucked. Bye guys, thank you for watching.
Get ready with me while I explain rules that my boyfriend has for me. These are just rules that he has set in place for me, so it's just what works for our relationship. So first rule that we have set is he has to approve my outfits before I go out. I can't wear, like, things that are really, like, revealing, like, to this area, and, like, I can't really wear crop tops. He only wants me wearing a bikini, like, to the pool if he's there. If I were to text a guy, like, I can't use emojis because apparently it's, like, flirting. But, like, I can't really text guys in the first place, so if I'm hanging out with him and his friends and, like, his guy friends make a joke, I'm like not allowed to laugh. Because like that's also considered flirting, so. If I want to post on Instagram, he has to like approve of the photo first. But like for TikTok, I guess it doesn't really matter. But if a guy follows me on TikTok, I have to like remove him as a follower. He also has access to like my period tracking app. Cause if it's late, he thinks like I got pregnant by another guy. I can only get really dressed up if we're going out on a date. But like if it's like with my family, I can't get like super dressed up. If I'm wearing like sandals, I have to wear socks with it because he doesn't want other guys looking at my feet. If I get flowers from him, I have to like do like a flower check and I have to show him the flowers. Like say if I threw them away, he needs to like know that they're actually dead before I throw them away. That's all for now, so let me know if you want a part 2.